Hi there, signs of Aries. Thanks for joining me, guys. This is your reading today by me, Kim, and we are going to explore the tarot and a few other oracle also. So I hope you're doing really good out there and that I can get you a good reading. That is the goal. So asking what your spirit team has to say to you or messages to pass along to you. I'm going to start with the Oracle of Genetic Gifts. We're just going to kind of take it as it goes, but I am planning on using the good tarot, and yeah. So the oracle card, the Oracle of Genetic Gifts, is psychic, detective, telepathy, and possibly dowsing. Okay, those are different things. Post cognition is post thinking. So I think that this psychic detective energy is actually trying to say if you can use your possibly abilities to figure out what happened prior or whatever this is about. With psychic detective, you could be your own psychic detective, for example, doing your own research. So maybe it's that. Also, talk radio platform. That's nice. Spiritual affairs. Talk radio platform. Spiritual affairs. What else for Aries? Tarot deck creator. Truly a visionary. That's nice. That's really nice. Tarot deck creator, a visionary. Okay, so getting more messages here for Aries. More messages for Aries. Empath, an extremely sensitive person that can feel one another's emotions, which of course all of us have that ability, right, to feel. This is maybe on a deeper level. Maybe it's more about reading energy than it is about the actual emotion. It might be the empath's ability to, you know, get to the root of what's coming, like why there's a certain emotion. I think that that's what it's really trying to encompass with that word, I think. Of course, you probably have your own definition for some of these terms too, you know. We all look at things in different ways. Some people would call an empath someone who is able to feel something before it even happens. Truly, that could be something too. And I think that's a little bit of everybody to some degree. I have astrology, ancestral knowledge. And astrology, ancestral knowledge, and a picture of the solar system there. With all the planets orbiting, it really does look like a cell in all the different parts inside a cell, doesn't it? Okay. Let's continue with the oracle cards because I think we're kind of doing good with these. I'm on a roll, I think. All right, so I'm going to pull from the Heavenly Bodies Astrology. Yeah, Heavenly Bodies Astrology. It's so cute. A little guidebook. Written and illustrated by Lily Ashwell. Something about that tarot deck creator and visionary that's really, not just with it being right in the middle here, but something about that that's standing out to me. Oh, wow. It's like it's a strike to strike a wild luck or something like that, but it's not. You could feel like something feels lucky, but it's not. it's growth and expansion. So there's more layers or more levels to what you understand. Doesn't necessarily mean anything's more or less advanced in that sense too. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to turn to the guidebook to actually tell you what the book says regarding these planets, Uranus and Jupiter. You know what? Let's do another. I feel like doing a few. These are really, really pretty cards. So Uranus says radically change, to radically change, and then to grow and expand. Wow. Ooh. Saturn. So tarot deck creator, a visionary, talking about the experience and the struggle too, learning the hard work and patience with Saturn. Yeah, okay, and major change and transformation with Pluto. And then last but not least, I have Capricorn energy, which is kind of cool. It's with the ancestral knowledge. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Capricorn's all about the planning. Wow. Except for Capricorn, you got all planets. 4 planets aligned. And then you have the Yang energy on the bottom of the deck, which has got like the Leo sun. Good Lord, what a big reading. Okay, so pulling like right into the book, this is what came out right away first, okay? So with Pluto, this is about a death and a rebirth, but it's having to have gone through this Saturn energy first. I feel like you probably knew that this energy was coming because you could feel it, being the empath that you are. But Pluto is representing to radically transform or change something, right? So it is a death and a rebirth, as it's showing the skull and the butterfly for change and transformation. Says it will push you into a place where you feel like you have nothing left to lose. You can find the courage to confront your darkness, and somehow in this wasteland, you find strength and freedom. So be careful with this energy not to turn to any kind of toxic triggers like low vibration energies, which I don't know. Everyone's going to have a different thing or trigger for low vibration. Just because even a good meal, even like a beautiful smelling, wonderful turkey meal might trigger somebody that has had something or an issue on Thanksgiving, just for an example. Doesn't have to, but I'm just saying, like, so that's how triggers can be not necessarily good or bad, but in their own category for you. And that's kind of going off onto somewhere I didn't even need to go. So let's go back. Next one, I flipped right to Capricorn. So it is, it's about earthly, for one thing, Capricorn. It's about planning. It's about time. It's about having the patience, too. But there's something that is just very strategic and methodical, and a lot of patience. Drive, yeah. High-laced achievers is what it says here. It says every triumph has been steadily nurtured into a framework of their own making. Okay, then I have Saturn. Well, you know what? It's going to Uranus next, so I'm going to go to that one. So we can catch up so far is that I think if we're going to have to put this in a linear fashion or like a timeline, we could say that there's major change and transformation that you could probably feel coming on. The fact that you got tarot deck creator and a visionary is, to me, just talking about being able to come up with some kind of really creative idea that breaks the mold of entering or, you know, already being in whatever field it is that you're in. So something that breaks the mold and is different because of being such a visionary. It's almost like you eat a lot of carrots and you're able to see good in the dark here with this Saturn. All right, so this is an awakening, a sudden change, the quest for freedom. That is interesting. So it says this energy is about allowing yourself to be open and radically change or be open or express yourself, especially through communication, since it says talk radio platform, communication of some sort, right? Okay, and then I have Jupiter, then Saturn, which... Nice. Okay, so Saturn is, we're going last with Saturn here. Jupiter is about stepping outside your comfort zone, especially with that psychic detective. It may be that trying to do something or speaking up for what you're believing in, making sense of something. So, and it can also be good luck and expansion when searching for meaning, to radically change into something that's going to be great. So it's faith and it's going to be expansive is what I am thinking. Yang is, and the Yang card being on the bottom is the underlying issue is exactly why I think that this energy is just so great, is because it is all about things getting done and doing things in action. Sometimes it's a time for rest, but when you see that sun symbol there, the Yang energy, you know that it is time for action here. I don't even have to look that up. I'm pretty sure that. So that's the divine masculine energy coming out with your reading, Aries. So you take that as it resonates. Of course, it doesn't mean it has to be assigned to any kind of specific physical attribute necessarily, as much as it is the energy. And the way I differentiate it is simply that the divine feminine is good about receiving, communicating, divine channeling in a way. They're both good at creating. They're both good at action too. Just when it's in a reading, I would look at one more towards action, which would be the Yang, and the vision, or not necessarily the vision, the receiving, giving and receiving on the communicating level. On a communicating level. That's not how I wanted to say that, but... Alright, then we'll pull from the Witch's Oracle, and then we'll go into the Good Tarot. One, two, three, four, 5 moons and a rainbow. Okay. I have 15, the moon, and it says it's with timing here. Look for that growth and expansion. So it's about divine timing, fertility. We'll look it up too. 32 spell, enchantment. And this sweet little rainbow with what looks to be like a fairy and a frog. So this is divine timing here, especially with this moon energy. Divine timing. And a spell to enchant something. Okay, cord initiation. So Saturn is coming out here, by the way. That I'm taking a different take on with all of these cards. I feel like the vision for something really grand, unfortunately, came to you from a difficult place, from being in some hardship of some sort or some kind of struggle yourself. Because of being in this dark place, you had the vision and the drive to get out of that place. And that is what gave, or ends up giving you luck, growth, and expansion. In fact, I think it's, so 30 cord initiation came out. I think it's related to that in the sense that there is a cord and a tie that binds, connecting all of these things, even these good events, enchantments, good timing, all of it connected with this, going through this dark night of the soul, but pulling through. Maybe that's how we had to get somewhere, and maybe that was an initiation or the cord. Yeah, 27. Cave, the retreat card. This can be about some kind of like timeout, hibernation. It can be a gestational period for, you know, a project or anything that's you know, that you're trying to nurture to life. And the methodical steps can be thought up of, that's interesting, from this crone energy with Capricorn and crone. And the number 42, it says release. Okay. And then on the bottom, you have the mirrored, wow, you have a card that's a mirrored image, basically. Well, it's a mirrored number for this. The Coronet, the Holy Stone protection. Okay. Oh no, I always do that. It's too much. There we go. And then we're going to get the tarot, and we'll clarify these. I don't think we'll do a Celtic cross. We'll just get messages based on these cards. That should be kind of interesting. So your numbers are 40, starting with the underlying issue would be 24, 42, 27, 30, 32, and 15. So timing is a really important issue to consider here. And if you are willing to go down a path of expansion that has some hidden unknowns on it, you're going to end up finding that it was well worth your time, your journey, your adventure towards it. It's a revelation of also, it says, being able to stand in your own power. I think, you know, it's talking about definitely intuition, clairvoyance. We do the rabbit, fertility, the wise owl up there, and a pathway being illuminated. So I think that has to do with your growth and expansion, that there's going to be something that you just don't realize. Maybe it's a talent or a skill, a spiritual gift or ability here where you could be able to grow and expand. But the time, as far as I'm feeling like as far as the maturation of the learning, like once that is done, this growth and expansion can take place, and there is divine timing for that. It might have to do with this psychic detective energy. All right, 32, spell, enchantment. like I always say, you can spell something out loud, but watch where you're spelling something out loud. Watch where you're saying something. Watch for, you know, always just hope for the best here. I wouldn't be necessarily with any kind of thing that you're trying to manifest or make real. It might include radical change. So if you're willing to speak it into being or spell it out loud, be prepared and ready for radical change also to come with it, because that's just what happens. So it says a wish will be granted. Oh, neat. And the Holy Stone card. So this is what I flipped to next. So I'm going to read it. The Holy Stone, Holy Stone protection. Stone with the hole running through it. Kind of like a, what do they call those? They don't, like a washer, like a washer. So it says this can be worn as a protective deity if you would, you know, if you wanted to. It says you can wear it around your neck, like, you know, like a necklace or something. Wow. Queen of Ill Fame. Magic and beauty. So it says that this card, or this Holy Protection card here, is going to link you psychically to new projects that will be something worth, you know, really protecting and trying to nurture here into something bigger, growing and expansive. This is the astral realm vibration too as well. So that's interesting also. All right, 30 cord initiation. This one is, it's saying it might be regarding time. It's about initiation and willpower on your soul. So it's vibrating with your soul family. Maybe it's like a lot of things, or a lot of people going through the same type of situation you're going through, or maybe it's more on a soul family level so that you could relate, but it's more on like a, you know, a spiritual level that you could relate to what somebody else might be going through. Okay, and then 27, cave to retreat. Like I said, this could be what says sacral chakra and your gestation retreat. Associated with bear medicine, caves offer the right environment for recuperation and shelter during times of endurance, when you have a need for connection or poor weather connections. So it indicates a time of no action, which is perfect for the empath and transform, because this empath energy was always in you, Aries. What it was is that Pluto energy had to come through and make sure that you're transformed in a way to understand those feelings and emotions that come with being an empath. The expression of that, of the transformation, is something that you would do alone or by yourself, or away from like the hustle and bustle, you know what I mean? Like away from the busyness, the cityness, maybe, possibly. Could be about getting away from city for a while. Um, 42 is the last one here. It's crone, and it says release. Talking about wisdom and maturity, and it's saying that life has changed, so embrace your wisdom here. I like the crone card. The crone is part of the trifecta, maiden, mother, and crone, and it's like a triple goddess, I guess they call it, but it's just the different stages in that. So it says you're being called to a place of wisdom to use what you've experienced to help you proceed. And the crone can look into, you know, her scepter of power here, or whatever this is, but the ball is representing the power being from experience and wise decisions from the wisdom. All right, and that is what I have for you, Aries. Gosh, I was going to clarify. I think we're just going to ask the tarot if there's anything extra that what they want to add to this, because I kind of talked a long time anyway. Ace of Swords in the reverse, trying to find truth and clarity and knowledge. Hierophant here regarding commitment, or something about a commitment that needs to be healed, or things in your life where the divine timing for a healing is coming up or is around now. There is change, transformation with the Knight of Swords. That's a really good energy. Queen of Swords, it might have to do with, well, it could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it has to do with being in your truth and being willing to transform so that you can understand probably this empathic ability here, or to find someone to speak to on how a creative outlet is going to really have you like burst into whatever field, or through whatever field you're in. And then I have the Knight of Wands. So this is a quick transformation when it comes down to it. Because of the amount, it's like the amplitude or the intensity of transformation that took place in a certain amount of time is huge. And that is realistic, methodical steps to correct something. That seems what that is about. King of Pentacle energy in the reverse. King of Pentacle energy in the reverse. The Hierophant. The Hierophant kind of landing here on this Saturn energy makes me feel like of being kind of in a place of like, okay, of what to do based on past wisdom, knowledge, or past spiritual understanding with the Hierophant, and then how to proceed from that. So I look at this Hierophant as like, what could happen past, present, future of a Hierophant energy here, or what could change for the better too. Yeah, because the time is now. No more waiting. The time is now for this divine timing and healing to take place. And that's what I have for you, Aries. Thanks so much. Sending you love and light. Bye-bye.